Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new edition of Rave Diaries and Tower Block Tales with yours truly, Uncle Dogs on a park bench. Yeah, I had a little half hour to spare, so I thought I had my mic in my pocket. I thought, let me do a quick Rave Diaries and not waste any of life's precious time. But before we get into that, as always, thank you guys to all of you that have been watching the previous videos on this playlist and the other Run Come Follow playlist. Liking and commenting, but it's subscribing. I've got loads of new subscribers over the last couple of weeks, so if you're one of them and you're watching this now, big up your chest. Thank you for coming and joining the party. So right, today we're going back to the year 2000 and my first adventures in fly posting. It was for a party that I was doing called The Bomb, which was the first rave I put on at a club called the RM1 Club in Romford, which was next door to Secrets. Me and my mate Pete, I think I've already done an episode on the first rave I ever put on, maybe I've made, but it was called The Bomb anyway, and it was August 2000, let's say 2020, August 2000 in Romford. And at this point, you know, I've been going out years, I've been DJing for quite a while, and I fancied myself as a bit of a promoter. So me and my mate Pete at work, we put a couple of quid in together and we did The Bomb. And I thought I knew everything at the time. Looking back, I knew absolutely nothing. But the story for today is about fly posting. So me and Pete had his mate Godie and I had my mate Spud. We had two cars and we had a lot of posters, like not the massive ones, but like the kind of I think they're called is it A1 and A2? We had, yeah, kind of. So they're not tiny, but they're not the big ones that you see everywhere. They're the next one down. Anyway, we don't know the rules, yeah. So as far as we're concerned, at this point, obviously I know a lot different now, but at this point, as far as we're concerned, there is no rules. It's all illegal. Every hole's a goal, almost, in the words of Jay from the In-Betweeners. So Pete goes out in his car, and I go out in my car, me and Spud. Bucket of paste, two brushes, and a boot full of posters. And we covered, I mean, listen, we were prolific. There is actually a previous episode, if you look, called Sex at Secrets 2001, which is a story of an event that we did in the club next door, me and Genius actually, but my poster ended up in a local newspaper. It landed me in court and all of that malarkey. But that was a bit further down the line. This story is the start of it all. So, like I say, as far as me and Pete were concerned, it was just like fair game. Wherever there's posters or a flat surface, put a poster on it. So after me and Spud popped, we was doing a rave in Romford and we went as far out as Southend one way. We went into East London the other way. We went up past Walthamstow towards Enfield, like up north that way. And then down south, we come down as far as like the Blackwall Tunnel. So we went all the way along the line of the Thames almost. We didn't venture into South London. But that whole area of like East London, Essex, mate, we had it on lock. And anyone who remembers that era will remember the postering that we did for The Bomb and for Sex at Secrets was, mate, it was like nothing else at the time. Afterwards, a few people did try and copy us and tried to smash their posters out because it worked for us. It really worked in terms of getting people there. But we were the first, I'm telling you now, we were the first ones to go out and take the piss like what we did. And it wasn't because we was like, let's take the piss. It was because we did a little bit, but we just didn't know there was rules to it. So we go out on the first night. Now, we've been telling everyone we've got this night, all our mates are going to come. When you do your first event, all of your mates come, everyone. People you ain't seen for years, they'll bring people with them. They're all sort of happy to come out to their mate's party. Second, third, fourth, and further down the line ones, it gets a lot harder. So, but anyway, we've got a little buzz around this party we're doing. Me and Pete are doing this event, and everyone's coming. Now we're going out to do the posters to get the strangers involved that we don't know. So, me and Spud go out. And Pete did the same. So I mean, I can only talk for my story, but I know Pete did the same because both our posters were affected by this. So as I said, as far as I was concerned, anywhere flat was game. So we were doing literally like bus stops, telephone boxes, mate. Buses were pulling up at bus stops, get out the car, poster up the back of the bus and let it drive into the town centre. I mean, they wouldn't have lasted long on there, but they were being driven around the town centre. And we, like I say, we was a bit ruthless. Any shop that was shut down, we'd do the whole shop front, all of the glass, you know what I mean, with buckets of paste as well, so it weren't even like easy to get off of people. But anyway, we just thought if a shop's shut or if there's already posters on it, then that's us, you know what I mean? That's what everyone else is doing. So we're doing, didn't even know there was companies that did this sort of thing. We just thought it was people out there, didn't we? Stupid. Anyway, we go out and we batter everything. But not only do we batter everything, like the proper posters that you see out when there's lines of them, the big ones, bus stop size, I call them, they're put up by companies around London. Yeah, at the time I think there was 5 or 6 companies. London was divided up. Now I didn't know all this at the time, so we go out and we, in our wisdom, decide to just put posters over everybody else's posters. Now I know now that'll get you beat up. Like, that will get you beat up. But at the time, what we did was we didn't go over raves that were in date. We went over raves that were out of date, and we went over records that have been released and stuff like that. So we weren't like bad. We didn't go over people's parties that were coming up. You know, I'm not that bad. But I just thought if they was out of date, then it doesn't matter, does it? So we've gone over loads of these posters along the way. Anyway, we're out all night, go to bed, get up, postman them times there, get up early in the morning, go into work. Obviously we're up pretty early, postman, so your phone don't ordinarily start ringing till sort of later on in the morning. Around about 6 o'clock-ish, me and Pete start getting phone calls and messages, is your rave cancelled? And we're like, what are you talking about? Go around to see Pete at his frame where he's doing his letters. Pete, any like people, bruv, I've just had the same phone call, da da da. So anyway, turns out that there's cancelled stickers for our posters, yeah? Like, and I'm talking all of our posters that we've put up, yeah? We're now getting phone calls left, right and centre. Bruv, I'm just seeing your poster on the A12, it's cancelled stickers. So now we're at work and all, so we can't even go out and sort anything out straight away. So fucking, we finished work as early as we could. We get out in the motors, and sure enough, literally every or nearly every poster we put up has got cancelled for it. Like a white, imagine like a reel of tape. They've just pulled off a line of tape, white with red cancelled through the middle of it in block capital letters. They've put them diagonally across every single one of our posters, like across East London and Essex. So we're like, fucking hell, like, mate, panicking, you know what I mean? Obviously it's our first rave, we don't even know how much that's going to affect us, but we know it ain't good. And we're on a mission now, going around trying to peel off these fucking stickers or put another poster over the top. So I'm fucking seething, as you can imagine. Like, even though I've kind of, looking back now, I've took the piss, I didn't know at the time, I was just seething that someone had done this. So we found out that it was the company that do the posters. I won't say the company name. I won't even say the geezer's proper name, because I don't know whether he still does. But and that poster world, it's not legal. It's kind of grey area, legal, illegal. But the geezer turned out to be a bit of a villain. So and he ended up becoming all right, actually. So I don't want to drop him in it. But anyway, we'll call him John, because that's an easy one. Yeah, and we won't mention the company name. Anyway, someone says to me, it's this company that do the posters, blah blah blah. That was all they really told me. So now I'm spitting flames, innit? We've got to go out and find these fucking people that put these posters up. So that whole afternoon into the evening, we're out putting up our posters and taking down the cancelled things off of the ones that have got cancelled stickers on, hoping to bump into these, because obviously, like, they're out through the night, we're out through the night, we're both kind of hitting the same sites. There's a chance we might bump into them. So we're out all night, didn't see them. Coming home, coming down the A13, doing a right, coming off the A13 over towards the Heathway, we see a matey putting posters up across the road to the Checkers, where the old Army and Navy was on the A13. So handbrake the car up down Checkers Lane, run around the corner, oi, you fucking blah blah blah. Anyway, it's this young geezer. So I'm having a go at him and I'm saying, did you do the thing? And he's like, bruv, it was me, but I'm acting under instructions of my boss, blah blah blah. I'll give you my boss's number. So I'm like, yeah, give me that fucking teeth, give me his number. So he gives me this dude's number, and I'll ring him up. He picks the phone up. I said, yeah, is that John? He's like, yeah. I said, mate, my name's fucking Doug's from the bomb. He was all calm and he went, all right, mate. I said, fucking all right, mate. No, you fucking done this, that and the other, blah, blah, blah. He let me have me rant. He went, I'll tell you what, mate, I'll give you my address. You get all your mates, come down and see me and we'll sort it out there. And it proper threw me. I could tell he was an older bloke, and just, like, it's one thing being calm, but it's another thing being calm but assertive. It's a skill that certain people possess, usually kind of in the underworld, because that's where you need it the most, I suppose. But it works in business as well. You know, like I say, I've learned a lot more over the years than what I knew at this point. But anyway, I've gone on the phone piping up. He's come on there super calm. He's given me this address for a printing company, and he's like, come down and see me. So like, I've put the phone down and I'm like, I don't really know what to do at this point, because I'm expecting him to bark back at me. I have to have a bit of a Barney. And he was not bothered, and he's given me his company address to just pop down there with my mates, plural, and see him. Like he didn't give a shit, you know what I mean? So I wake up the next day, obviously I'm at work, and then my plan is I'm gonna fucking go down to this place a little bit later on in the day. In the meantime, I speak to a friend of mine who worked for a legal company that actually do the proper bus stop posters behind the glass. But that world of postering, obviously, it's a world of printers and poster people. So you know, they kind of know each other or of each other, regardless of legal, illegal. So I ring up my mate Martin. Now I've known him since we was little kids, and he knows me. He knows what I'm capable of and when I'm out of my depth. So I ring up Martin. I say to him, bro, I've had this thing like running with like this dude John, the company name and all that. He said, well, what's happened? So I've told him. He's like, mate, I'm telling you now, ring him up and apologise. And like, Martin ain't a fool either, do you know what I mean? He's not like he's some muggy little fool. He's not at all. And I said to him, why, what's that? He's like, bruv, you are so out of your depth. This geezer will take you over Epping, dig a fucking hole and throw you in it, mate. You need to rectify this. Don't start giving it the big one. Don't make any threats to him, blah, blah, blah. So now, like, I'm already on the back foot a little bit from how he was on the phone. Now I'm fucking super on the back foot, I'm thinking. And if he says it, like I say, I've known this dude here since we were little kids right up into adulthood. So he's seen me at my best and my worst. And he's saying to me, Doug's, this geezer's a villain, mate. He ain't just like an hard nut, but he's a fucking underworld villain. Sort it out. So anyway, I ring this geezer back. He picks the phone up. I was like, hello, John? He's like, yeah, Doug's? I said, yeah, mate. Listen, I'm ringing up to apologise. I didn't really understand. It's my first event. I didn't know. I've spoke to a few people now, and I didn't really understand like the mathematics of how all of the poster world works, and I've had it all explained to me now, and blah blah blah. And I'm sorry for going over your posters. You know what I mean? I know I'm in the wrong, and da da da. And to his credit, he said to me, "Look, Doug's, we've all started somewhere, mate. This time we'll let it go." He said, but I'll tell you what, if you want to drop some posters down to my building, to my place of work, I will get my guy to go. He went, not loads, 100 posters, something like that. I'll get my guy to go out and do them for you for free as a goodwill gesture, to say that we both got off on the wrong foot and that you're learning and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So I've said, oh, thanks, mate. That's really fucking good. Yeah, I'm sorry again, blah, blah, blah. You know, if ever I need proper posters done, I'll come to you. I've got your number. And we kind of left it like that. Did I go to his fucking place? Did I fuck? But from that moment onwards, I was a bit more careful with where we put our, or we was a bit more careful with where we put our posters. And then obviously over the years, I've got more into sort of everything, and I kind of got more connected, and I know more people, and I realised that, like, not just that guy, that whole world of postering, you know, it's like hot dog wars and ice cream fucking turf wars and all of that, mate. It's like, it's a thing. Like, these people, it's a lucrative business and people are earning money off of it. And them sites are owned. They might not be technically owned on paper, but they are owned by certain people. And there's certain people you don't want to fuck about with, unless you're one of them. And I ain't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a bit leery and whatever, but I'm definitely not an underworld gangster, villain, hard nut. I'm definitely not. So, you know, I'll stand up for myself. But when someone's telling you, mate, this geezer is the real deal, what am I going to do? Start giving it? Of course I'm not. So and now, funny enough, I have used his company over the years, and like I say, I do still stay in touch with him. I don't know whether he still does the poster stuff, but I do speak to him once in a blue moon. And yeah, it's a funny old game, isn't it? It is a funny old game. With what I know now, I'm just fucking so surprised I didn't just get ironed out, like, by the promoters, by the fucking poster geezer John, and by everyone. So I had a lucky escape, really, but it was a lesson learned. And like I said, I never ever did it again. And here we are in 2025, and I've still got my fingers and I've still got my hands. So yeah, lesson learned. And that was the story of Flyposting in 2000, my first soiree into that world. And it could have gone so drastically wrong. Like a lot of things in my life, I had a very lucky escape. It seems to be a common path, thank God. But I seem to get myself into these things as you're learning through some of these stories, and usually find my way out of them, which is a fucking blessing. So whoever's looking over me up there, thank you. I appreciate you. And that's it for this episode. Thank you as always for watching, guys. Sorry for the spinning video. It's been making my arm ache. I'm sitting on a bench in the park, and I am holding it up here as best I can, but now and again I have to swoop around like that. So sorry about that if it's making me feel seasick. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and comment, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. I love the comments on this channel, especially the Rave Diaries stuff, because I feel like we're always piecing bits of a story. I'll tell a story and you lot tell other, you know, either other parts to it or your versions of the same story. So it's fucking great. So yeah, if you've got any poster, you know, related fly posting stories, if you was on the Pirates or you was on the Rave scene doing that kind of thing, putting posters up and getting into any kind of mischief, then get it down in a comment. I reply to everything and I love reading them. So yes, until the next episode, which I might record now because I'm getting in my swing. I'll see you soon. Yeah, peace and love, everyone. We're out of here.